Good everyone, today's video, and today it's a review on the B17A, obviously the second Swedish dive bomber that you get access to. Well, I say second, if you want to be technical about it, you can technically say it's your third, but whatever. It depends on what order you go down in the tree, obviously. You can go B17B and then straight to the B17A. It depends on your choice. Personally, I would go B17B, B3C, B18A, then the B17A. Now the B17A is not bad. It's just I don't see how an engine improvement warrants a zero point 0.7 of a BR increase. Now obviously you do get access to a bigger bomb, which you can see is a 500 kilogram M41 bomb. This cannot kill a base in one go, but it's something if you want to bring it into tank forces at 2.0. There won't be much that can stand up to a 500, will there? So the B17A essentially has the same engine as the J22A and the J22B, as well as a couple of others. I think it also has the same engines as the B18A, and to be honest, yeah, it's a good engine. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. So what about offensive, defensive? Does that change? No, nothing changes in terms of armament. You've still got two 8mm in the front. You've still got an 8mm in the back. It's not going to be world beating, but it's going to get the job done. That's all that matters. Once again, having an improved engine will help out with energy retention, turn, and just in general speed. It's a significant improvement over the B17B. Let's go over the secondary weapons just to give you an idea of what I mean by improved. Obviously, standard bomb load 950s, then 120 kilo. Even though, as far as I've been told, Swedish bombs are actually met or weighed by their actual mass, so I think that's wrong. That's what I've been told anyway. I may be wrong, but do feel free to correct me. But I've heard from people that Swedish bombs are, well, they're classed by their actual weight, so like their mass, not explosive mass, just mass. So obviously, instead of 200 or 120 kilogram, this should be a 230 kilogram bomb. This is what I've heard. I may be wrong. Then obviously you can put 450s on the wings and one 120, very similar to a Stuka. And then you can put a 510 kilogram bomb, which it's not a lot of explosive mass for a 500. It's very similar to the Russian 500 kilo bombs. Obviously, offensive 8mm, set it to air targets, at least. Well, it really doesn't matter, to be honest. You can go basically anything but tracers, and you'll be fine. In terms of a turret, go for the APT or even armored. Armored targets would work well. Just don't stick with default. Just don't. But the battle that I'm going to show you today was I think it was my second flight, and obviously not having the engine mods all the way done, you can sort of get an idea that even though the engine is an improvement, when stock you won't feel much of an improvement, but this thing can work really nicely. And well, if you look at the stat card before we even begin, that gives you an idea of what this thing can do. But trust me, if you think this thing's going to be good, oh, just wait for the B-18 bombers, is all I'll say. We'll be getting around to those soon enough, and oh my god, I'm in love with the B-18 bombers. So, if I, was it this battle? No, it's a different one. There was one of the battles that I had with Idiotin. That was fun. I think this is actually my first flight of the thing. Looking at the bomb load, because I'd normally go bomb loads first on a plane like this, because obviously it's a dive bomber, it kind of needs the bomb load. Yeah, I think this is actually my first flight. Obviously, complete first game, obviously completely stock. And, well, again, as I said, the bomb load pretty much stays the same except for the big 500. And even then, is it worth it? No, just stick the 450s and the 120 on. That's what I would do. So obviously we're 13,400 feet. It's pretty sufficient up here. It gets the job done. If I remember rightly, later on, we're actually gonna have a dogfight with a couple of B-17s themselves. But obviously I'm just flying to target right now. I always target the left-hand convoy on this map, which is it's Bastogne, if I remember rightly. And I always target this left-hand side because it's just so much easier for me to target this side. And it just feels better to just go there, because at the end of the day, you can drop all 9 bombs, and you ain't gonna have much of a problem. So here comes the B18A, who is blind as a bloody bat. Quite clearly he saw me, but just thought, he won't turn for me. I did. And, well, the 8mm pack a severe punch. First kill. Obviously there's this crony up there in a B17. And I'm thinking, well, it's quite clear they're going to come after me, so... Well, he's coming after me anyway. So I thought, I'll just drop my bombs on these howitzers. See what I can get. I don't think I get much, but even so. So there we go, dumped everything, not like they're going to do too much. And obviously the B-17 back there broke off, which is fair enough, I would probably do the same. Now once again, you can use the landing gear as some sort of air brake, however not past around about 230 miles an hour, otherwise you will rip your landing gear off. And I don't think this thing can actually belly land, so I wouldn't recommend it. If this thing had actual dive brakes, same as the B17B, it would probably be a bit better for that sort of job, but otherwise, just leave your landing gear. And I think I actually do use the landing gear here, yes I do. And I think at the moment I actually have to retract it, otherwise the landing gear is just going to fall off. There we go. But down there we've got a load of JAs, J6Bs, and it's just going to go from there. Obviously I'm looking for a target of opportunity. This is how I play a lot of dive bombers at low tier, folks, just to let you know. I do play them as fighters, it is a lot of fun. Obviously mentality would be, first of all, focus at J6B, that's climbing. However, to be honest, with the enemy team mainly composed of biplanes that I can outrun, I wasn't all that fussed what I was going to pick. I mean, yeah, I could have gone for the J22A, but nah, I'd rather throw a Gladiator into second kill. And obviously at this point, I can't turn with these biplanes, so I just thought, right, slam the throttle forward, and just keep on going. That's all I have to do. And that poor sod in that J6B is going to try and catch me. Good luck is all I will say. So if I remember right at this point, I actually start making my way back towards the base. And I think this is when it's going to get frisky with those B-17 bombers, if I remember right. Obviously, people get a lot, or like, people get confused with like B-17, like the Flying Fortress, and then they get confused with this thing. I really don't see how. This thing has designations that people can understand quite easily. And this is at low BR. I reckon the newer, like, because people aren't used to seeing the name B-17 at lower tiers, they just tend to get a bit confused by it. But to be honest, I've never really had a problem with these B-17 dive bombers. They've been great fighters, they've been great bombers, they do everything right, and that's what I like in a bomber at this sort of tier. Same cannot be said for the, well, the B3C. And at this point, looking at the minimap, this is actually where it gets a bit intense. So you remember those two B-17s? Yeah, they're coming to play. There's a B-17B and a B-17A. The B-17A is the squad mate of the guy I killed earlier on. So obviously I'm forcing it into defensive maneuvers. We're taking hits from their 8mm. I think that guy actually went for the ram there. But obviously, even though I'm stuck, I can still hold my energy over the B-17A. And well, I think, is my ray gunner dead? No, he's not. He almost is. And you can see, even though he technically has around about the same power as me, because of the performance of this aircraft, I can still hold off his attack. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go for the B-17B first. That thing has the higher priority because it's got the better engine. I think I score a crit on his engine there, and I just decided, okay, I'm just going to put my nose down and get this guy to basically bugger off. The B-18A there forces him to get onto his tail, and while the 13.2 versus 2 8mm, I know what my money's on, and he completely shreds that B-17A. And I think he's just, yep, he's just gone down. And at this point, this is where it starts to get a bit funny. This guy puts in chat, I'm going down. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I knew that already. He says, let me crash land. And apparently he was really low on lions. Yeah, 200 SL. I'm sorry, mate, but not with Gaijin's kill monitoring. I've got to have that frag. Pilot snipe, and that plane is going to hit the ground right there and then. Sorry, but I'm not taking the risk with Gaijin's flipping kill giving. That's just not how it works, pal. So at this point, it's down to just a J6B and a J8A biplane. Well, biplanes, I should say. And it's at this point where I believe I do return to base, like, properly. I really don't get why that guy requested me to let him crash land, because I would not have gotten the kill with what little damage he actually had. I don't think I'd hit his engine, looking at the replay. But I just decided, right, I'll go back to base. I'm not all that forced. But if I remember, yes, this is where I get a bit brave, actually. I've still got ammo, and I thought, okay, I might as well turn back for him. This 109A needs help. We all know what a 109A is like. Complete trash, unless it's flown skillfully. And, well, these 8mm are packing some serious punch. 4th kill. I swear, Sweden, what did you put in these 8mm? Did you put flipping 20mm HE rounds and just make them 8mm? Like, Jesus. That's the second Gladiator we've ripped the tail completely off, or off in general. At this point, though, Skeledank puts in chat that he's going to J out. And I think I'm down to like 200 rounds at this point. So he says, I'm on the airfield, I'm just going to J out, and to be honest, judging by one of the guys, well, with the performance of the planes that we do have left, obviously B18A, the B17A, and an I-15, I don't blame him. So I asked him, yeah, no problem, do you mind if we farm a bit with what little ammo we have? And he said, yeah, go ahead. Nice guy this Skeledank, and, well, because of the way I have my keyboard bind set up, I actually went back to team chat. So, I accidentally put cheers with a smiley face in team chat. But let me tell you, these things are going to be terrors when Swedish tanks come out. And I can't wait to play Swedish tanks when they eventually come around. And well, obviously, if you saw on the live stream, you would have seen the little bit of a surprise that I have. Let's just say that. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, if you did watch the stream, I'll tell you now. I have the Swedish tank. You can thank Raptor Jesus for that. He actually went out of his way, he wanted to help the channel, and, well, he bought it for me, so all I'll say is thank you, Mr. Raptor. Well, I already thanked him profusely, and obviously I'm thanking him again, because I can. So at this point, I think I'm down to, we're talking scraps of ammo. I think my rear gunner must have just like chucked a magazine and the freaking wing guns at this point. And I believe that's actually the last of my ammo and the last kill that I get. Yep, I've just put in chat, that's my guns dry J out when you feel like it. He J's out, this B-18 bomber gets a couple more points, and well, that's the end of it. So once again, another great bomber. Let me tell you, these B17As are quickly becoming my new favourite Swedish dive bombers. They're not as fun as my Stukas though. As much as I love the B17A, I'm sorry, but I can't neglect my babies, my Stukas. I can't. Especially since these B17s don't come with 20mm gun pods. If they did, we'll see. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's review on the B17A. Once again, another great Swedish plane. And, well, I'll catch you all on the next one.